What's up guys, Jay's 2 cents here doing another car video, and this time it's going to be about Nizzy. There's actually something on the front of this car that has been damaged ever since I bought it. I bought it that way, and I finally got around to fixing it, and that being the front diffuser on this car. At some point, whoever had this car before me hit something. I don't know what they hit, but they ripped out the under plastic. It actually is an important key component to the built-in aerodynamic properties of the Nismo Aero, so I really wanted to get that fixed. So that's what we're going to do today. And one thing a lot of people might not know regarding the Nismo front end is that this is actually functional aero, including the spoiler on the back. But anyway, when it comes to the aerodynamic, there is a built-in front diffuser right here, or actually I should say air splitter, and it actually has a hump in the middle, and everything about it is actually designed with a purpose. Now the older Nismo 350Zs, this is a 370 obviously, the 350Zs had canards right here that stuck out. They were like carbon fiber canards, and a lot of people don't like the way that looked. So what the Nismo team did was, hey, you can see me in the reflection, they actually built the canard shape into the front bumper and then extended the length of the front bumper by about 3 inches on the front. So they added about 3 inches to the back and 3 inches to the front. And you can see right here just how much more open airflow there is right there in the front grille compared to, you know, just a standard 370. Yeah, check it out. You can actually see my big oil cooler right there. Ladies. Anyway, yeah, I had to install an oil cooler on this. It was one of the first things I did for performance mods because of the fact that 370Zs really suffer from oil overheating or lack of cooling. They just really suck. But yeah, anyway, because there's functional aero built into this car, it's one of the reasons why I need to get that under diffuser fixed, because the front splitter is dividing the air going above the car to the side of the car and under it, and then underneath they had a plastic diffuser that kept air from getting trapped up into the engine bay. Well, I'll jack up the car and I'll show you, but the one on here was all ripped up and torn out. In fact, Nissan cut a nice square in there because it was all torn just to make it look better. We're finally gonna get a new one in here. I've had the car since November. I waited too long to do this. But I actually got a Z-Speed aluminum diffuser for underneath the car, which is going to actually give the front some more rigidity as well. All right, so here's underneath the front of the car, and believe it or not, this plastic piece right here, it's all one piece, and this is where it's been cut. As you can see right there, follow my finger, all of that normally goes all the way back and covers the pan and the filter. But in this case here, that's been cut to make it nice and neat because whoever had the car before me hit something and ripped that and actually put a pretty good sized ding right there, as you can see, and a crack in the front subframe. Fortunately, that's just a cover, so it's superficial. I've already had Nissan look at it and there's no issues there. But we also want to protect our oil pan, so I want to put this aluminum cover on. But also too, this is just flimsy plastic, as you can see, and believe it or not, this cover from the dealer is $1,100. This plastic cover, $1,100. So yeah, we're gonna be putting on one of the Z-Speed aluminum ones. So here's what the Z-Speed one looks like. It's kind of dirty. I bought it used from a guy on the car forums. There's no damage or anything to it. He has all the hardware for it. You can see right there, it's actually got a little, door that you unbolt so you can get to the oil filter to change the oil, get the filter out. But it is, as I said, it is metal, which is gonna give us more rigidity and actually some better protection for the oil pan if something did kick up. I do a lot of canyon runs and stuff in this car, mostly through the mountains and stuff. So I want to make sure that I keep it as protected as I can from any rocks that I might not see. That's also why the front of the car has a lot of rock chips and stuff on it. Every time I go to the mountains, I've got more rock chips than I went up there with, and I'm constantly touching them up. But I really need to get this front bumper repainted and then clear broad. But again, that's superficial. I don't want to spend a lot of money on the cosmetics of the car. I want to spend money on the performance of the car. And in fact, I'll do a video in the future about show cars versus performance vehicles and where the difference between the two really are. Okay, so since I'm by myself here and I don't have a cameraman, I'm gonna go ahead and undo the old one here, and I'll show you how messed up it was. It's literally just a whole bunch of 10mm bolts. It's really all it is, and there's really no point in recording that. I don't want to bore you guys too badly. All right, so there's the messed up one right there. You can see just how much, all of that's been cut out. Some of the support on the side is gone. Let me show you why these are important though. Not only do they diffuse air underneath the car, they also give the front bumper, support. And without it, the whole front of the car is, you know, super unsupported. So that's why going with the aluminum one, like I'm going over here with the Z-Speed, is such a good improvement. It's gonna actually add some more rigidity to the front of the car. All right, so there it is installed. There's the side wings that I showed you. Here's the center piece. Yeah, the guy who had it before me obviously was riding low. Like, that thing is scraped, but that's better to scrape that than the engine, right? And then there's the other wing right there. Yeah, so this is pretty cool because it's got this opening right here, and you can see it's got another vent right there you can put your hand in, but that leads right to the oil pan, so air can also get to the oil pan. Even though I have an oil cooler, it's nice to let it get some of the natural cooling too at the bottom of the engine, but the amount of just, you know, the way that the air is now going to be controlled under the engine, and this thing goes all the way past the front wheels, all the way back here. Actually, it's even with about the center of the wheel hub. This is a functional diffuser, and this thing is really rigid too. Remember how much the bumper was flexing without the, or even with the plastic ones. These plastic pieces here, I mean, look at this. These don't really offer you any real rigidity, as you can see. But because this is an aluminum piece, look at that. There's no movement at all in this front bumper now. It is stiffer than it ever was. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. It was a pretty short one. It wasn't a hard install, but there's other things I'm gonna do in this car. There are some rattles in the back with the loud exhaust. Some interior pieces are vibrating, and I wanna find those and quiet those down. And then I've still got some plans for this car for suspension, and still tossing around that damn idea of a supercharger. Anyway, guys, time to go. Thanks for watching this short video. Let me know what you guys want to see when it comes to the car stuff. And anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next car or vlog, whichever it may be.